And thank you, Minister, and thank you to my colleague, Senator O'Donnell, for putting forward this motion, which I do fully support. Because it's a debate I've tried to listen to Minister very carefully, and I've tried to, I can see elements in both sides and both what has been said, okay? But the difficulty is when I start bearing down, my gut is saying that we shouldn't be doing this, and that is why I have put my name. Well, Minister, with respect, I listened respectfully. Firstly, in relation to the figure of 500 million, okay, and the clear statement that it didn't come from anywhere. Well, I just suggest, while I was here on my iPad, I put into Google, National Lottery, Brendan Howland, 500 million. You need to talk to your spokespeople. There are numerous newspaper articles that come up. Take the Irish Times in August 2012, lottery licence sale bill due next month. Mr Howland has said the building of the National Children's Hospital could be part funded by a front-load payment secured for the next licence to operate the National Lottery. The upfront payment to the state could be in the region of 500 million, while some 200 million could go to the Children's Hospital project. Mr Howland's officials have met and held conference calls with potential bidders for the licence. And that's, and I went to many sites, and actually what alarmed me was there's sites like the top 10 gambling sites.com is very excited by our bid for the National Lottery and looking forward. So that gives me a hesitancy, Minister. And I really am trying to work, and I know you can say, oh, we can't afford it, but and I find it very difficult because it's about the National Children's Hospital. I agree passionately we have to build this National Children's Hospital. I've been waiting. But Minister, the announcement by the Minister was to set up a new board for it. I just keep this hospital. It's like a carrot at the end of the stick, and we're constantly being told this is what we're going for. I think Senator Norris's image of holding the baby. I just feel it's putting this emotion into it, and yet the reality of the hospital. I want it there, but why can't we have a hypothecated draw, which was a new word for me, which I had to look up also, which I did have to look up for. Yeah, and but Minister, I do wonder why we haven't considered, and has a cost analysis been done of looking to our nearest neighbour in the UK who did the draw for the Olympics. They didn't see a huge decrease in the other draw from what I read in preparation for this debate. They saw the people getting behind the project of the Olympics and supporting the Olympics in London. Now, whatever you think about Olympics, I think you can certainly motivate people behind the National Children's Hospital, which is, for me, perhaps part of the reason why it's been raised here. Minister, also, you talked about the interactive sales challenge, and, you mentioned that such games are already available online, and it sort of made me think of my mum saying, just because somebody says you should jump over the cliff, doesn't mean you should jump over the cliff. Yes, I am very concerned about the growth of interactive sales channels, as I think we all are here. But I'm trying to think through this logically, Minister. If I was whatever company, reputable company, wanting to come in, wanting to buy the licence, I expect a return. I expect if I'm giving an upfront payment, I expect a return. And I want to know, because that return for me means that money is not going to good causes that we would be raising. So we're in a way putting off, because you don't get a free lunch. Nobody gives you a free lunch. So I'm thinking to myself, so why would I, as a reputable company, give an upfront payment? Because I expect to get something. Do I expect Ireland to be a little bit more lenient on the interactive sales challenge, which we see several countries around the world are now taking steps about? So will Ireland become something? And I'm not saying that would be our intent, but where's the carrot for them to give this payment up front? They won't have the same vested interest in us having a National Children's Hospital as the people of Ireland will have. I certainly do believe that the people of Ireland want us to have it. So, Minister, I really am trying to be convinced by your arguments, but I can't be. My gut is saying, why are we not doing renewal? Why aren't we staging our payments? But Minister, it's not, we can go for a renewal of the licence. We don't have to go for the upfront payment. Minister, that's something that you have put forward about the upfront payment. You've said it yourself here. We could go for a renewal of the licence.
We have to tender for it.
I have no difficulty that we have to tender for it. My difficulty, Minister, is by asking for an upfront payment, they expect something in return. You get nothing for nothing. So that's my difficulty is, we get money by the draws that we have. If we have the hypothecated draw that Senator O'Donnell has suggested, I would like to see a cost analysis done, talk to the UK and see what payments do we actually need for the National Hospital. Because Minister, when I was building my house, I did not give the builders every cent on the day they said, you know what, we think we'll bid it. We haven't got the plans done yet, we haven't got everything confirmed yet, but we'll give every payment over now. No, it was done in stages. So I want to know, over several years we built our house. And Minister, this National Hospital, we're waiting. So I think we could have the draw in place before we know it. Thank you.